What if I told you a book written 1,400 years ago described what scientists only discovered with electron microscopes? This isn't fiction. This is Dr. Sarah Matthews' story. Dr. Sarah Matthews was a world-renowned embryologist. She'd spent 20 years studying human development. She thought she'd seen it all. Then a colleague challenged her. "Read these verses from the Quran about embryology." Sarah laughed. "A religious text? From 1,400 years ago? What could it possibly know about embryonic development?" But curiosity got the better of her. She opened the book, and what she found changed everything. In 7th century Arabia, long before microscopes existed, these words were revealed. "We created man from an extract of clay. Then we made him a drop in a firm lodging." The Arabic word used was Nutfah. It means a small drop. Sarah froze. That's exactly what a zygote is. A tiny drop formed from male and female fluids. But here's the thing. Sperm cells weren't observed until 1677. Van Leeuwenhoek needed a microscope to see them. How did this book know? Then came the next stage. Alaqah. This word has 3 meanings: a leech, a suspended thing, and a blood clot. Sarah pulled up her microscope images. At 24 days, the embryo looks exactly like a leech. It's suspended in the womb, and it has a blood-like appearance. 3 meanings, 1 perfectly accurate description. Her hands trembled as she read the next verse. Mudga, chewed substance. She compared it to her 28-day embryo samples. The somites. They looked exactly like teeth marks on chewed gum. "This is impossible," she whispered. Sarah couldn't stop. She read about bones forming first, then flesh clothing them. Her textbooks confirmed it. The skeletal system develops at weeks 6 to 7. Then muscles wrap around it. Exactly that sequence. She found verses about 3 veils of darkness protecting the embryo. The anterior abdominal wall, the uterine wall, the amniochorionic membrane. Modern anatomy identifies these same 3 layers. The Quran stated hearing develops before sight. Medical science confirms ears function at week 24, eyes at week 28. It mentioned that gender is determined by the male's contribution. We now know the Y chromosome from sperm determines this. Every verse, every description, medically accurate. Sarah discovered she wasn't the first scientist to notice this. Dr. Keith Moore, the world's leading embryologist, spent 3 years studying these verses. His conclusion? These statements must have come from God. This knowledge wasn't discovered until many centuries later. Sarah spent 2 years compiling her research. She compared every Quranic statement with modern embryology. 0 contradictions, she presented her findings to an international conference. Scientists worldwide began examining the same verses. They found the same thing. Perfect accuracy. But embryology was just the beginning. The Quran described mountains having deep roots. Plate tectonics wasn't discovered until the 1960s. It mentioned barriers between seas that don't mix. Oceanography later confirmed different seas maintain density barriers. It stated, "We are expanding the universe." The Big Bang Theory wasn't proposed until 1929. How could an illiterate man in the Arabian desert know these things? Muhammad couldn't read or write. He had no microscope, no telescope, no laboratory. Yet he described what took us 14 centuries to discover. Sarah's scientific journey became a spiritual awakening. Every discovery pointed to the same conclusion. This wasn't human knowledge. This was divine revelation. After 2 years of research, Dr. Sarah Matthews made a decision that changed her life forever. She walked into a mosque. She declared her testimony. The accuracy of these descriptions can only mean one thing. This is from God. Today, Dr. Sarah Matthews, now Aisha, teaches both embryology and Quranic science. She's not alone. Hundreds of scientists have embraced Islam after discovering these miracles. The Quran challenges. Will they not reflect? If it were from other than Allah, they would find much contradiction. 14 centuries of scientific advancement. Thousands of researchers examining every word. 0 contradictions found. The evidence isn't hidden. It's in every cell, every mountain, every star. The question isn't whether these descriptions are accurate. They are. The question is, how did an unlettered prophet in 7th century Arabia know what we discovered only yesterday? Truth doesn't require your belief to exist, but discovering it might change your existence forever. The divine blueprint has been waiting, 400 years? Will you read it?